Imagine your son comes up to you and says, "Dad, I need you to watch this guy on YouTube. He says that getting a college degree is not worth it." So you play the video, and the gentleman explains that if you go to college, you will start your life shackled with a huge student loan. You will not learn anything practical in college. All you learn are theories that are completely detached from reality. When you graduate, there's a good chance that you'll be unemployed. Or if you find a job, it'll probably be a job that doesn't really require a college degree. Also, statistics show that people who have a bachelor's degree don't earn more than people who don't, on average. So you should skip college and learn something practical, like carpentry, or become a plumber, or an electrician.
An electrician, your light work.
And you respond by saying, "I know this guy, don't listen to him. He's just saying this because he doesn't have a college degree." By saying this, you have committed a logical fallacy, an error in reasoning called argumentum ad hominem.
Do you speak any English?
That's the Latin name of the fallacy.
You know, I've been meaning to talk to you about this whole little new European thing you've got going on, and I just need to tell you it makes me very uncomfortable, and I just stop it.
Okay, fine, I'll translate. It means argument against the person. Notice that you did not address any of the points raised by the speaker. Instead of arguing against his points, you argued against him personally. You attacked him personally. Even if it's true that he is arguing against college degrees because he doesn't have one, the points he made still stand, and you need to address them. You need to provide your own counter-argument. This is like if a lawyer puts forth a tight case as to why his client is innocent, and the opposing lawyer says, "Your Honor."
Your Honor.
He's just saying these things because his client is paying him. Don't listen to his arguments. You can just ignore his points. And the judge says, "Yeah, you're right. You're right. Where's my gavel? Guilty." Do you see how stupid this sounds? There are different types of ad hominem attacks. The circumstantial ad hominem points out that the person's circumstances make him take a particular position. It highlights their bias. The examples I just gave about the college degree and the trial lawyer fall into this category. The ad hominem tu quo qui, which is Latin for "you also," again with the Latin, this guy.
I was just trying to bring a little culture to the group.
Is when you try to discredit your opponent's claim by pointing out that he himself doesn't follow it. For example, your doctor tells you that you should stop smoking because it is very bad for your health.
It's bad for your health.
And you say, "Come on, doctor. Really? Very bad for my health? I saw you 10 minutes ago smoking in the parking lot." Okay, so your doctor smokes. So what? That doesn't change the fact that smoking is very bad for your health. What kind of argument is this? Abusive ad hominem is when you attack your opponent's character. You verbally abuse him. You call him names.
Lion Ted Cruz. Jeb Bush is a low energy person. Little Marco, crooked Hillary Clinton. Oh, Sleepy Joe.
I see this a lot in religious discussions, where a public intellectual puts forth a case arguing for a view that is not in line with the mainstream traditional view. And the religious scholars typically go for the ad hominem attack. This guy is ignorant. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. This guy has a hidden agenda to destroy our tradition. Why is this guy talking about religion? He's not pious. He never goes to church on Sunday, or he never goes to the mosque on Friday. Nowadays, every fool wants to have an opinion about religion. Members of the audience who are not very bright usually fall for this fallacy. "Oh, the scholar destroyed him. Yeah, he clearly won the debate." No, he didn't win anything. Intelligent people, people who know how to think critically, and people who subscribe to Professor Shades, quickly notice that the scholar did not address any of the intellectual's points. He just called him names. The public intellectual's piety and his motivation are irrelevant here. An argument has been made. Evidence has been provided. A case has been built. And the scholar needs to address these points on their merit, and he needs to provide his counter-arguments. You need to pit the argument against the counter-argument. An economist suggests that to get out of the recession, we need to lower the interest rate, because this stimulates borrowing and spending and business expansion, which increases demand and employment in the economy. I can't believe people still trust this economist. Have they not seen that video that's circulating all over the internet where she's kicking a helpless dog?
Why you kick my dog?
Dude, how is this relevant? Granted, kicking a dog is a horrible thing to do. I hope karma gets her one day. I hope she gets kicked by a giraffe the next time she goes to a zoo.
The other day, this lady was at the zoo and got kicked by a giraffe. The giraffe was like...
But this is all besides the point. She could be a horrible human being, but a good economist. The fact that she's a terrible person doesn't mean that her economic suggestions are false. If Hitler says that the earth is round, does that make it false? Question: is the ad hominem attack ever justified? Yes, sometimes it is. Sometimes it's even recommended. If the ad hominem attack is relevant to the issue at hand, then it's okay. Let's revisit the dog kicking example.
Yeah, sure do. You kicked my dog today.
Imagine I am hiring a nanny, and I'm down to 2 candidates, and one of them tells me, Professor Shades, please don't hire that other nanny. She's a monster. Look at this video I found on the internet where she's kicking a poor dog. This right here is very relevant. I don't want to leave my child with this heartless, abusive, dog-kicking nanny from hell. So that other nanny launched the ad hominem attack, but it wasn't fallacious. It was valid. And it was a smart tactic as well. Also, if the speaker is relying on their authority, credibility, character, or their word, then an ad hominem attack is warranted. Say you are debating whether or not we should ban smoking in public areas. And your opponent says that according to his research, secondhand smoke is not harmful. So you press him and you ask, who sponsored your research? Philip Morris. Ah, interesting. Philip Morris, the tobacco company. Nice. That study sounds legit. This ad hominem attack is legitimate and it was a very smart tactic. The scientist was asking us to accept a fact based on his authority as a scientist. He's asking us to take his word for it. The fact that Philip Morris paid him to conduct the study is very relevant because now he's under pressure to come up with results that favor his sponsor. His research methodology and results might indeed be biased, so the audience needs to know this, and they need to be skeptical of his claims. Imagine I forgot my watch at the office, and I came back the next day and the watch was gone.
He's gone.
Amber claims that Jenny has stolen my watch. Sir, I saw her putting it in her pocket. She's a thief. Now Jenny responds by saying, no, that's not true. Amber is a liar. Remember when she called in sick last Friday? Look at her Facebook post. She was on the beach that morning. Sir, I'm telling you, she hates me. She's mad at me because her boyfriend left her for me. She's trying to hurt me. She's trying to get me fired. Also, with me out of the way, she can get a promotion. Is that ad hominem attack valid? Absolutely, 100%. Think about it. Amber did not provide any logical arguments. She did not build a case and provide evidence as to why Jenny is the thief. No, she is simply bearing witness to the alleged theft. She is basically asking me to take her word for it. Trust me, Jenny is the thief. Now I have to decide. Should I believe her? Why would she lie? Why would she lie? Jenny just told me why she would lie. There's plenty of motive here. Also, it seems that indeed Amber was lying when she called in sick last week. So her credibility and honesty are questionable. So I would be wise to take whatever she says with a grain of salt. I cannot automatically believe her. So Jenny's ad hominem attack was legitimate and it was a very smart tactic. Now, had Amber come up to me and said, Sir, I think Jenny stole your watch. Here's why. You said that the last time you had the watch was 7 p.m. when you left it on your desk, and you were the last person to leave the office. Also, you were the first person to enter the building this morning at 7 a.m. when you noticed that the watch was gone. So clearly, the watch was stolen between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. Now look, here's the printout of the access control log, and it shows that the only person who accessed the building during that time was Jenny at 8 p.m. last night. So clearly, Jenny is the only person who could have stolen your watch. Now, if Jenny launches the same ad hominem attack as she did before, that would be a fallacy, and I will be a fool if I fall for it. Because even if Amber hates Jenny and she's jealous of her, and she wants to hurt her, and she wants her out of the way so she can get the promotion, this is all irrelevant, because there is a very strong case as to why Jenny is the thief. So Jenny has to address that particular case. She has to provide her counter-arguments for the case that was built. She has to refute the evidence that was put forth. So it's not gonna cut it this time if she says, Sir, don't believe her. She's just saying this because she's jealous because I'm beautiful and she's not. Like, what am I supposed to say? Yeah, she is ugly, isn't she? Damn, I think I should disregard what this ugly, jealous lady is saying. Don't worry, Jenny. That'll be stupid. Jenny must address the points. She should say something like, Sir, the access control logs don't show that I, Jenny, accessed the building. It shows that somebody accessed the building using Jenny's access control card. In fact, earlier that day, I lost my card, and here's the email where I reported that to HR. So somebody must have picked my card up and used it to access the building at night and steal your watch. Now that is a good rebuttal. This is how you counter an argument. This is how you refute a case that was built against you. So bottom line, relevance is key. If the ad hominem attack is relevant to the issue at hand, or if the speaker is relying on their authority, on their credibility, on their word, they're bearing witness to something, or they're asking you to accept their claim at face value, then an ad hominem attack is a legitimate tactic, and you can use it, and you should use it. Don't shy away from it. It is a very effective debating tactic. But in all other cases, the ad hominem attack is a cheap and fallacious tactic, and now you know better not to fall for it. Look at her Facebook post. If Hitler says that the earth is round, it doesn't make it false. False. And people who subscribe to Professor Shades.
You keep winking at me. That's really obnoxious. Right there. You just did it again.
Lying Ted. Lying Ted. He's very low energy. Very low energy. Crooked Hillary. Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe. Very sleepy.